All right, we're good? Good evening. Tonight is a regular meeting of the Pascack Valley Regional High School Board of Ed District, Monday, April 25th. Ms. Yas, can you please call the roll?
Dr. Glsen.
Here.
Mr. Luisi.
Here.
Mrs. Martin.
Here.
Ms. Molinelli. Mr. Stankus.
Here.
Ms. Steffens. Mrs. Varghese.
Here.
Just in time. Mr. Weaver. And Mr. Blundo.
Here. If everyone could please join me in a salute to the flag. Oh, there is no flag? So they moved it, so we're going to do it in spirit, right? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let's see.
What's that?
Okay. Yes, what do you want me to read here? Anything different? Something seems different. Adequate notice. Where is it? All right. There we go. Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by mailing copies of said notice to the record, filing copies of said notice with the municipal clerks of Hillsdale, Montvale, Rivervale, and Woodcliff Lake, and publishing said notice in the record on May 18th, 2001, and April 19th, 2022. First agenda item is routine matters. Dr. Fishbein, your report, please.
I'm deferring to later on. Mr. Usami is going to do the budget presentation.
Fantastic. And student reports, Hillary from Pascack Hills.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Hillary Siegel, and I will be presenting the Pascack Hills High School student report for the month of April. For classroom items, on Wednesday, April 27th, the Spring National Honor Society induction will take place at 7 p.m. in the Hills Auditorium. Many impressive juniors will be honored at the ceremony and officially inducted as members of the Pascack Hills chapter of the National Honor Society. Congratulations to all the inductees. Additionally, today, April 25th, during lunch, the annual film festival was held in the auditorium. This was an opportunity for the students taking video production class to showcase some of the videos they have worked so hard on and been able to put together. Earlier this month, the week of April 4th, was Spirit Week, with the theme being Students Against Teachers. We ended the week with a pep rally that introduced the varsity spring sports players and included several games where the teachers competed against the students. Unfortunately for the students, the teachers did win, but it was still a very fun week. For co-curricular items, on April 28th, the Pascack Hills will be observing GLSEN's Day of Silence, which is a demonstration led by LGBTQ students and allies, during which they remain silent to protest the discrimination and harassment of LGBTQ members in school. Every student is encouraged to take part in this
The Environmental Club organized a scavenger hunt cleanup for the young children who attended. The Bee Club had a booth set up to spread awareness to the community about the beehives on campus. For the second co-curricular item, on Tuesday, April 12th, Pascack Valley's Tri-M Music Honor Society sponsored a coffee house. Performances ranged from classical to jazz, pop, contemporary, and we even had some original. The event was free and open to the public, and the audience truly enjoyed the wonderful acts by our students. The event helped raise awareness for the importance of arts in the lives of our students. Congratulations to all students in the Tri-M Music Honor Society Board on a job well done. For the final co-curricular item, PV's Theater Spring 2021 production of Little Shop of Horrors and Fall 2021 production of Night Night, Roger Roger have been nominated for a combined 14 Montclair State University Foxy Awards. For Little Shop of Horrors, they had 10 nominations. Outstanding Achievement in Virtual Background Design, Vincent Lano. Outstanding Achievement in Sound Design, Jonathan Melchiore. Outstanding Achievement in Editing, Vincent Lano, Tom and Meryl Lupfer, Kelsey McGrail. Outstanding Achievement in Educational Impact and Community Outreach, Tom and Meryl Lupfer. Outstanding Achievement in Direction of a Musical, Tom and Meryl Lupfer. Outstanding Performance by an Actor in a Virtual Musical, Tyler Toledo as Seymour. Outstanding Performance by an Actor in a Virtual Musical, Kyle Tully as Oren. Outstanding Performance by an Actress in a Virtual Musical, Abby Lang as Audrey. Outstanding Achievement by an Acting Ensemble of a Virtual Musical, Outstanding Production of a Virtual Musical. Night Night Roger had 4 nominations. Outstanding Achievement in Sound Design, Jonathan Melchiore. Outstanding Achievement in Educational Impact and Community Outreach, Tom and Meryl Lupfer. Outstanding Performance by an Actress in a Contemporary Comedic Play, Shauna Bloom as Freddie. Outstanding Production of a Contemporary Comedic Play. For a fun fact, the Pascack Valley Class Councils continue to host their Class Cause Weeks. Each week is dedicated to raising funds and awareness for each grade's cause. Thank you to the PV community for their continued support for the Class Council Cause Weeks. And for the joke of the day, why was the Easter Bunny so upset? He was having a bad hair day.
Thank you.
Concludes my report.
Thank you, Evan. Okay, so now the fun part, which is what I think most of you are here for. We have a few teams and individual accomplishments. We'll do them later. Individual accomplishments that we're going to recognize today. And we will start with the boys track and field team from Pascack Hills. Is Coach Kohler here? Come on down, please. So as he's making his way down, the following students from Pascack Hills were selected as the Boys Small School Team of the Year, Group 1 and 2 Team of the Year, and were the Bergen County Indoor Relay Champions. I'll call... Coach, do you have anything you want to say about the team before you call them up? I should have prepared you for this.
They're a great group of kids. They're wonderful, obviously. They, won the Bergen County Indoor Relay Championships, Team of the Year. Very proud of them. And the boys are Eli Bahar, Angelo Selly.
Come on down, guys, if you're here.
Yeah, come on down. Jack Harrington, Shane Jensen, Zach Legasson, Matt Lockshin. These guys aren't here. Zach's here. Ben Mandler. Bradley Merson. Pete Priestner. Jajit Ramakrishnan. Matthew Schwartz. Akul Sethi. Tim Sneath. Max Zhu. And Max Zuckerman.
And Coach, is your assistant Coach Egan here tonight? Coach Egan's not here. Well, congratulations as you're organizing for your picture. There's one more announcement with this team, and that is that the Big North Coach of the Year for boys indoor track was Ross Kohler. Congratulations, Coach. Let's hear it one more time for the track team. Is Coach Ben Bursman from the Pascack Hills wrestling team here? No. Okay. Oh, I went with I read the wrong one again. David Bucko, I'm sorry. David, please come down. So grab a mic if you don't mind, and maybe before you call, is there anything about the team you'd like to tell us all about?
I'm going to talk about the wrestling team. Super proud of these individuals. This is our third season in a row winning championships. So the senior group won a league title as sophomores. They won the Small School Team of the Year award last year, and then this year we won another league title and the county group championship. So super proud of them. Came a long way. Love coaching them. I'm going to...
Congratulations.
Tyler Alexander, Ryan Bowdish, Patrick Cahill, Alejandro Camarina, Matt Daniels, Omar Deregma, Tyler Duffy, Michael Frangos, Christian Funk, Hunter Morton, Charbel Nicholas, Athen Stamis, Max Unger, Aiden Varkey, assistant coach Kevin Moran, assistant coach Jim Freeman.
She went away at least for one of the times. I knew she wasn't coming.
Everybody got their certificate? Hold those belts higher, that'd be great.
She's going well.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second, stay back. Sorry. Great, thank you.
Actually, Coach, you can stay and Alejandro stay. Stay back and Alejandro, please. So we also have a few individual honors for this team. And Alejandro Camarina is a junior at Pascack Hills and was the District 1 215-pound wrestling champion. Congratulations. And Coach Bucco was the head coach, and he was selected as the Big North Wrestling Coach of the Year as well. Okay. Well, we are going to come to another team in a moment, but we have 3 individual honors first. We had an Athlete of the Week from the Record for girls basketball, whereas Juliana Vassallo, a senior at Pascack Valley High School, was selected as the Record's Athlete of the Week for girls basketball. Juliana netted 56 points in 3 state tournament games to lead the 13th-seeded Panthers to the North 1 Group 3 semifinals. Come on up, Jules. Congratulations. And if you haven't seen it, go look up the YouTube of the game-winning shot against Ultapan It was a Final Four moment, and Jules hit a crucial shot to win the game. It was fantastic. And we have an athlete of the week for baseball. Is Joseph Giordano here? Joseph, a sophomore at Pascack Hills, was selected as the Records Athlete of the Week for baseball. He pitched a no-hitter against Ramapo High School, striking out 16. Congratulations. And we're going to recognize a first-team All-Bergen County winter track participant, Jessica Ricco. I know you do. Jessica's a senior at Pascack Valley and was selected to the Bergen County Women Coaches Association first team All-Bergen County track. Congratulations. And Coach Cosgrove, you here? He's not here. So I know one of the assistant coaches is here. Is Coach Pakulski here? And Coach Zuzak, come on down. So the Pascack Valley Regional High School District Hockey Team, which is made up of Pascack Hills, Pascack Valley, and Park Ridge High School, won the Big North Silver Cup. They were the Big North Silver Cup champions. They also won a game in the States, and it was a fantastic run. I was happy I was able to get to some of those games. So one of you guys want to read the names for us or say anything about the team?
Yeah, so this was our first league cup in 18 years, I believe. So congratulations to the kids. We had a couple first team all-league players and second team all-league players as well. Finished season 15-5, I believe. So great all around year. So come on up, boys. Got Joseph Dargan, Owen DeSessa, Ryan DeFelice.
Come on down, guys.
Hunter Donnie, Daniel Epstein, Hunter Goodman, James Greco, Zach Groves, Christian Grubik, Patrick Hayworth, Ryan Hayes, Jake Kovach, Juliana Kroll, Jake Maruzik, Blake Matisich, Kevin McNamara, Camilla Ramirez, Max Richards, Tyler Rothstein, Aiden Rybacki, Alan Stepanoff, Luke Visco, Jason Wiener, and Eric Wren.
Back to the minutes and then we'll come through. Good job, Jenny.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You're not in the pictures anymore. Let me just tell you something. I took one look at the boys before. No one's going to do it.
We're almost getting a rhythm. We can improve.
All right, everybody ready?
All right, we are going to take 5 minutes in case you folks don't want to sit through the rest of the meeting. You're welcome to, but if you feel like taking your exit, now's a good time. In 5 minutes or less, we'll get started again.
On November 24th. And the superintendent and the school business administrator reviewed budget requests and created a tentative budget in December. The finance committee discussed tentative budget and reported at board meetings. That was from December through March. The board approved the tentative budget on March 21st. The school business administrator submitted the tentative budget to the county office on 2 dates, March 22nd and March 30th, and we'll get to that a little later. The county office approved the tentative budget on April 4th, and the board sets the final budget for the board vote today, April 25th. So I talked about getting back to this later. It's Chapter 44. This is something that the state created. It was a new health insurance plan called the New Jersey Educators Health Plan. It took effect January 1st, 2021. The purpose was to create savings for school districts and in turn reduce tax obligation based on the savings from the NJEHP to the taxpayers. Initially, the state reduced funds based on savings mainly from other existing plans. The district sent an appeal indicating that the NJEHP did not realize any savings, and the plan resulted in an increase in costs to the district. The tentative budget was based on the reduced tax levy increase. The district was helped with the receipt of additional state aid. The district was reinstated the reduced funds based on the calculations of employees who moved to the NJEHP and was able to restore a 2% tax levy increase. Basically, two staff positions were added that previously did not make the budget. There were also some adjustments in health insurance as well as transportation. So budget priorities. It's to support the district vision, which is to create a culture of innovation, inquiry, and individuality that promotes achievement and choice by cultivating the skills needed to compete and collaborate as ethical and responsible global citizens. 2, to support the district mission statement. The mission of the Pascack Valley Regional High School District is to prepare our students for successful college and/or career experiences with the needed mindset, skills, structures, and knowledge to accomplish that goal. So I just wanted to go over a few things, student and staff recognition, and my apologies if we didn't cover everything. These are most of the things that we received. We'll look at how our district vision and budget initiatives continue to promote positive results for our school community. So this is what occurred during the 21-22 school year. In the district, there were 109 student seals earned for Seal of Biliteracy this year. NAM Foundation 2022 Best Communities for Music Education Award. NAM stands for National Association of Music Merchants. At Pascack Valley High School, one Italian teacher earned an $8,000 grant from IACE, that's the Italian American Committee on Education. One teacher highlighted as the FLE-NJ 2021 Teacher of the Year at the NET CFL conference in February. So it's the Foreign Language Educators of New Jersey, and it is the Northeast Conference on the Teaching of Foreign Languages. One teacher earned a full scholarship from the National Centers of Academic Excellence in Cybersecurity towards a virtual graduate certificate in cybersecurity. The Pascack Valley Junior was accepted to the New Jersey Region 1 Jazz Choir. There were 4 National Merit Commended Scholars. At Pascack Hills High School, Echo's Literacy and Art Magazine Superior Rank in 2021 NCTE, recognizing excellence in art and literacy magazine's program. NCTE stands for the National Council of Teachers of English. The NJCTE Writing Contest, one student won first place for poetry and one student won second place for essay. NJCTE stands for New Jersey Council of Teachers of English. 9 students qualified for International DECA competition, 1 student selected for All-State Chorus, 11 National Merit Commended Scholars, and 11 National Merit semifinalists. In athletics at Pascack Valley High School, 2 soccer players in Fall All-Star Game. There was 1 winter NorthJersey.com, the record athlete of the week for girls basketball, in girls basketball. Bergen County First Team in fall, there were 4 males, 2 females, and in the winter, 2 females. All North Jersey athletes in winter, 2 females, 1 male. Boys soccer, NJSIAA North 1 Group 3 state champions. The boys bowling, NJSIAA North 1 Group 3 state champs. Hockey BNC Silver Cup champions. Dance national champions in Palms. And in 2021, new wall pads were installed in both gyms, and new fencing and gates were installed for the entire grass field, which also is baseball and softball fields. At Pascack Hills High School, wrestling, the 2022 George Jokas Wrestling Tournament Bergen County Group D champions. Big North Coaches of the Year, wrestling and boys indoor track. Boys indoor track, the Bergen County Group 1 and 2 2021-2022 Small School Team of the Year. Boys Indoor Track, Bergen County Indoor Relay Championship, first place. Boys Basketball League Champions. Baseball Pitcher, North Jersey Athlete of the Week. 1 student District 1 Wrestling Champion. In 2021, new pole vault mats, new high jump mats, and a new baseball backstop were purchased. So the 2022-2023 budget initiatives, it's to provide the necessary funding for curricular proposals, staffing, and capital improvements. The curricular proposals is the enhanced schedule allowing students to enroll in an additional course if desired, now in second year. Resume early childhood education program. Increase online and hybrid offerings like financial literacy. Summer support and enrichment programs like SAT, ACT prep, college application boot camp, and math or ELA help for learners who need support. Supplemental programs for ELL learners. Additional options in PE and health. A renewed focus in providing remote learning resources for teachers to help students. Embedded real-world learning, college and career training in various curricular areas. Enhanced focus on social and emotional health, wellness, mental health, and mindfulness practices for students and faculty. Continued work with comprehensive equity. Continue CPR certification and bleeding control training in health classes. What we provide in staffing for 2022-2023, there are 2 full-time special education teachers would be decided between the 2 high schools. 1 full-time family and consumer science teacher at Pascack Valley. 1 full-time guidance counselor at Pascack Hills. 1 full-time assistant principal at Pascack Hills. 1 full-time media specialist, which right now there's 1, so there'll be 1 at Pascack Hills and 1 at Pascack Valley. 1 full-time supervisor of special services, 1 full-time business teacher. Again, probably splitting at Pascack Hills or Pascack Valley. We'll have to see what the scheduling looks like. And 1 full-time Spanish teacher. Again, we'll have to see what the scheduling looks like between Pascack Hills and Pascack Valley. So it's a total of 9.0 FTEs, full-time equivalents. Capital projects. So at Pascack Valley, there's auditorium renovation as well as Pascack Hills. There's also a set of toilet room renovations at both Pascack Valley and Pascack Hills high schools. At Pascack Valley, there's a window replacement going on, will be going on. At Pascack Hills, the D-wing roof replacement. And Pascack Hills, there's an HVAC or the Airedale replacements here. The total capital projects budget is $4,562,600. The total sources of revenue. As you can see in the pie chart, the local levy is 83%. It is $54,643,367. That includes debt service. That was the past referendums, and that's already been approved, obviously. For capital reserve, we just talked about the capital projects. That amount is going to be coming out of capital reserve. There's a fund balance. That's the excess surplus that we're applying to the 22-23 budget of $2,050,464. There's also tuition. We receive tuition for some of our special education in-district programs. We anticipate about $816,222. Also, there's miscellaneous revenues of $332,002. Miscellaneous, some of that is through some of the things like the internship programs that we have with Park Ridge and also Emerson. They pay for that. We also have the regional curriculum office. There's quite a few other things that go into that. There's also investment on our interest on our investments. And then there's federal and state aid of $3,146,029. So you can see, like I said, 83% comes from the local tax levy. And then next would be capital reserve. And then you can see fund balance at 3%, the tuition and miscellaneous at 1%. And the federal and state aid make up about 5% of the revenues that we receive. A comparison of general revenues from 2022 to what was 21-22. You can see that our fund balance has been reduced. You can see that our tuition and miscellaneous revenues slightly less. The local tax levy, that's a 2% increase there. The capital and maintenance reserve has increased. We have some big projects scheduled for 2022-23. The prior year encumbrances, obviously we don't have any for the future year. That is what we had in 21-22. The state aid and semi, that you can see that we had an increase. Like I said, we had additional state aid, so that has helped our budget. You can see our general fund total, which is an increase as well. The 22-23 budget expenditures. Instruction for regular programs is the highest at $18,878,713. The employee benefits is next at $7,727,978. Next comes support services, and support services ranges from things such as health services, services related to special education, child study team, guidance, media, instructional, professional development. And you can see that's a little over $7 million. The operations and maintenance, about $6.3 million. That is the facilities. Tuition, but that doesn't include our capital projects. That is basically the maintenance of our buildings. Tuition is about $5.2 million. Now, tuition includes all of our out-of-district tuitions for special education, as well as the Bergen technical schools, like the academies. Instruction for special education is just under $4 million. The administrative support is a little over $3.6 million. Administrative, just so you're aware, referred to as general or the superintendent's office, as well as some of our professional services like auditing, legal, architectural, and engineering. Also in administrative is school, which is basically the principal's office. Fiscal and central, which would be the business office and communications. And information technologies, which is technology related. For transportation, that's student transportation for us, almost $2.7 million. Athletics at $1.765 million. Co-curricular, $560,000. And the capital outlay, we had talked about the capital projects. There's an additional about $130,000, $160,000 that we're obligated to pay for the past referendum. I refer to it more as a tax. The state gave us money and they take it back every year. So that's why that number, capital outlay, doesn't match our capital projects. And then interest on the deposit to reserves. That's our capital reserve, our maintenance reserve, and our emergency reserve. So our total general fund budget is $62,674,168. Looking at it in a pie chart, you can see that instruction for regular programs make up 30%. That is the majority of it. But you can also see that employee benefits make up 12%, and support services 11%, the operation and maintenance 10%, and so on. Another way to look at our budget expenditures, just want to put this in perspective of salary and benefits. You can see that salaries, this is salaries for all programs, make up $33,573,734. The employee benefits are $7,727,978. You see something about services there. Many of the services that were mentioned previously in the other slide, however, it's less salaries. Okay? Tuition we mentioned, transportation we mentioned, supplies and textbooks. Textbooks also include ebooks. Utilities, and there's others going to cover things such as professional memberships, organizational memberships, athletic entry fees and officials fees. It also includes professional development for workshops and conferences, also software services, policy service, and advertising and positions, to name just a few. Again, in a pie chart, you can see that salaries make up 54%, employee benefits make up 12%. And if you took out capital outlay of the 8%, actually the salaries, employee benefits basically come out to 71%. So you can see that a large chunk of our budget goes to salaries and employee benefits. And then when you start including things like utilities, you have to pay for them. You open up the school, you got to pay. So it doesn't leave too much. There are things such as tuition that we talked about, special education. We're obligated to do that. So there's not too much flexibility in the budget once you start putting in the salaries, the benefits, your obligations such as special education. Our enrollment, resident enrollment projection here, we're estimating 1,836. You can see it's 1,444 for regular full-time pupils on roll, and it's 392 for special education. We're estimating about a decrease of 19 students overall, and these are resident enrollments. So why is there a difference among the sending districts in the amount of taxes needed to support the regional budget? The formula for tax sharing among the sending districts is strictly governed by New Jersey education law. So the Board of Education has no taxing authority. The tax formula is based on taxable property wealth and also student enrollment. The calculation is performed each year by the state to arrive at the municipality's tax levy, otherwise known as percent share. So the tax levy, as we mentioned, is $54,643,367, and you can see the breakdown of the percent share for this upcoming year for the 4 municipalities. The highest share would be Montvale at 27.55%. And you can see to the far right, you can see what how the tax levy is split among the 4 municipalities. So this gives you an idea on the average assessed home, then the 2022 tax, the estimated annual increase, and the increase per month. You can see that Hillsdale will have a slight increase. Now, mind you, these are all estimates, so, and it's based on an average assessed home of $474,172. So estimated annual increase is 60 cents or 5 cents a month. Montvale, average assessed home is $528,261. The estimated increase is $86.47 or $7.21 per month. In Rivervale, the average assessed home are $595,627. The estimated annual increase is $111.23, and the monthly increase is $9.27. In Woodcliff Lake, the average assessed home is $793,230. The estimated actual decrease is $134.83, and the decrease per month is $11.24. I know last year Woodcliff Lake had a significant increase, and you'll see it on this historical look of the tax impact over the last 8 years. So you could see that Woodcliff Lake last year, the annual increase was $545.58. As you can see, each year there's usually municipality that will pay a little more, and then you'll find some municipalities who end up not paying and actually getting a decrease on the average assessed home. But it kind of gives you an idea that it fluctuates from year to year. It's all based on the percent share. That is what the state calculates. Again, we have no say in how they calculate that. They take the information, they have a formula, and they put it together. And then when they come out with the state aid numbers, they also come out with these percent shares. Any questions?
Just like you to clarify, back in the pie chart, if you go back a few slides to the breakdown, you talked about the special ed and, yeah.
This one or the other one, right?
The other one,
okay.
yeah. Okay, instructional, special education, instructional, regular, right? Now, I assume by the other pie chart, I think you pretty much clarified it, but just for everybody else's sake, the employee benefits, that 12%, is covering also that 7 and 30%. Correct? Those are all the people employed.
The 12% is strictly the benefits. Yeah.
Right, but it's
it
the
covers
benefits.
instruction, regular, special education. It covers administrative. It covers our facilities department. Covers
Okay.
all our support services.
All right, so just wanted to clarify that.
Yep. Sure.
Any other questions for Yes?
No, I do want to acknowledge what a great job he did.
Yeah.
It made-
Absolutely, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gave us every
Thank you very
breakdown we
much.
could have asked for.
Yeah.
Yes,
All right.
thank you.
Okay. Yes. So we're up to item 7, which is the adoption of what was just presented to us. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Dr. Blundy,
Yes.
Mr. Luisi,
Yes.
Mrs. Martin,
Yes.
Mr. Stankus,
Yes.
Mrs. Varghese,
Yes.
Mr. Blundo.
Yes. Okay, we are up to our first comments from the public. Citizens are invited to make comments regarding agenda items for this session and are limited to 3 minutes according to our policy number 0167. Persons wishing to speak must, upon being recognized, rise, sign in, state their name and town, and which agenda item they are referencing. We are open to the public.
I don't know what agenda item it is.
Okay. Well, please come to the microphone and state your name and town, please. Town of residence.
Well, my name is Karen Aragot, and I live in Hillsdale, and that was very interesting. I loved watching that, because when you said assessed houses at 472, I was like, yeah, if you could find a house for 472 in Hillsdale, you're a lucky duck.
Well, it's the
That's
assessed
the
value.
average.
Yeah, right?
Well, it was. I'm sure it's all higher now.
Oh, hey, it is. I don't know what agenda it is, but I was asked to come and speak for a position that you have open in Pascack Valley High School, and that would be for the athletic director. Am I at the wrong timing of the meeting?
Was it mentioned in the,
It's mentioned,
Briefly?
it was, so yes. Yes, you can ask your question or make a comment.
Okay. I've been here when Jeff Steinfeld was president, and when my kids graduated, and I was here to promote Arjun Safari. I don't know if any of your children have had the privilege of having her, but she's quite the mighty force behind the stick there for music. But anyway, I'm here tonight to support Mr. Jim Cleary for the position of athletic director for Pascack Valley High School. He has shown great dedication to the school in various capacities, whether it be on the football field, Habitat for Humanity, or any other capacity that he has become involved in. I've gotten to know Jim's character and ability quite well, as my daughter, Brittany, class of 2014, had him as a teacher. And I can attest that Jim is sports-oriented, hardworking, and supports the students on and off the field. He continues to be an exceptional role model for her and other alumni, even after they have graduated, and she's been gone 8 years already. As he has coached the athletes both at Pascack Valley High School as well as here at Pascack Hills, he has helped them succeed and thrive to accomplish achievements they may never have known otherwise. He has coached both male and female sports and has been a great role model to them all. An athletic director is a person who is expected to have a great passion for the athletics, excellent communication, and organizational skills, a strong sense of character judgment, and equally have good leadership abilities. I could not think of a better candidate for the position of athletic director than Mr. Jim Cleary. And
Thank you.
if you have any questions, you can find me at Fieldstone Middle School. I'm a special ed teacher there.
Thank you for your thoughts and
If I could add
comments.
anything, if you have any questions about him, I'd be more than happy to answer them all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Would you mind signing in?
Oh, sure.
With the correct spelling?
Thank you.
My son played football for Mr. Cleary, and all great things they had to say about him. Seems to be a great leader.
And, you know, we don't make those type of personnel decisions as a board, but I want to say that my daughter had him for 2 straight years, and she's out of the school now, and he still checks in on her. And that's
Great
one of the
guy.
special things that some of the special teachers here do in this district. They don't just let them go. I'm sure it happens other places, but they don't just let them go after graduation. So
No.
from that standpoint, I will concur with your thoughts.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
listening, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, is there anyone else from the public wishing to speak? Seeing no hands, we'll close to the public and we'll move to policy, where we have 3 consent agenda items. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Jim, was that you?
Yeah.
Okay, and any discussion?
I know.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Dr. Blundy,
Yes.
Mr. Luisi,
Yes.
Mrs. Martin,
Yes.
Mr. Stankus,
Yes.
Mrs. Varghese,
Yes.
Mr. Blendo.
Yes. We have one agenda under the education. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Discussion? Roll call.
Dr. Blundy,
Yes.
Mr. Luisi,
Yes.
Mrs. Martin,
Yes.
Mr. Stankus,
Yes.
Mrs. Varghese,
Yes.
Mr. Blendo.
Yes. And under human resources, it looks like we have 5 agenda items. Is there a motion?
So moved.
A second?
Second?
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Dr. Blundy,
Yes.
Mr. Luisi,
Yes.
Mrs. Martin,
Yes.
Mr. Stankus,
Yes.
Mrs. Varghese,
Yes.
Mr. Blendo.
Yes. And under finance, we have 12 consent agenda items. Motion?
So moved. Second.
Third?
Is there discussion? I just want to point out on 6, in case anybody wasn't aware of this, if you can see, we're approving a contract for upgrades at St. Joe's Regional High School. And for those of you that are unaware, it's just money that comes in, I think, from a grant, but because they're in our district, it has to run through a public school. So in case you didn't know that, they're getting the money, they're doing the project, we're not paying for their improvements. Roll call?
Dr. Blundy,
Yes.
Mr. Luisi,
Yes.
Mrs. Martin,
Yes.
Mr. Stankus,
Yes.
Mrs. Varghese,
Yes.
Mr. Blendo.
Yes. Okay, I think we're up to old business. Anyone have any old business?
I just wanted to, the Teacher Appreciation Week, I wanted to thank Ms. Jennings and everybody else that was contributing to the food and all of the other things that were being brought to the school. I think it's very nice.
Excellent. Anybody else with old business? Anybody with new business? No? Okay. And I think, let's see, we do have to go into, we have another comments from the public, but I don't know if there's anybody here. Anybody from the public? Seeing no hands, we'll close to the public. And we do have one very brief item in executive session. So is there a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
Second?
Second, and we will not be taking action at the end of that, so we will go into closed session at this point. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Good night.